facing everyone because you're antisocial. You should be.
Well, that's our show, everyone. I know. Y'all missed the couch. Well, we're back. Y'all like the new backdrop? I feel like a real YouTuber, but it's really just my Christmas lights for Christmas. We are here with a casual talk today. I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys about my goals for the remainder of 2020 as well as early 2021. I am planning on starting a new series with the channel just because I don't really have my eyes set on any competition date as of right now, which my reasoning's probably like pretty obvious, and I did kind of go into that in a previous video. I think that'll be really fun just to have kind of something for y'all to follow along, since I am not going to be starting a competition prep anytime in the near future, and it'll kind of help me stay accountable and it'll help me stay honed in on those goals. We're gonna go over my current physique as an off-season powerlifter. We are going to go over my current split and adjustments I've made to my training and exercise selection in order to optimize hypertrophy and the rehabilitation of my hips and some of the things with my upper back. Just kind of getting everything back healthy as well as maintaining strength. I should have some training footage rolling while I kind of talk about my new training split and my exercise selection. That way give you guys kind of something to watch while I go over it. I'll give you guys an update how I've been feeling going to the chiropractor the last few months, and then we'll wrap it up. So it should be a pretty quick video, should be anyway. So first thing, we're gonna kick things off with a few measurements. So first things first, my weight. I weighed in this morning at 157.4, which not super ideal. I do compete in the 148.5 weight class, so that's like almost 10 pounds over. Ideally, I would like to be sitting around 154, but just with the holiday season and everything, I'll be doing a lot of traveling and a lot of eating. I know it'll just be a lot less stressful if I kind of try to stick around 156. So ideally not getting much higher than 156. So as long as I go to bed at night around 158, I'll usually be 156 in the morning. So kind of monitoring it throughout the day. If it's getting towards the end of the day and I'm creeping into like 159 and I still need to have dinner and the rest of my meals for the day, then maybe I'll kind of like tone it down for the evening. So my waist, I would say it's actually one of the measurements I care the most about, because underneath is a washboard six-pack, obviously. So I would like to eventually get that below 30 inches, so maybe like 29 and a half inches. I think that'll be my goal kind of come January. I think for now my main concern will be keeping it at 31 inches. My glutes have kind of stuck around 41.5 for like ever, so I would love for them to grow just a little bit. So I'm thinking what I might do is, while I don't have any immediate weight loss goals, maybe the rest of the year I'll kind of prioritize putting on muscle where I want to put it, and one of those areas being my glutes. My thighs, the thicker the better. Currently where you're supposed to measure your thighs, they're at 25.5, which is fine, but I also measured about 6 inches above the knee, just because like I feel like that's like the real like aesthetic part of the quad that like people actually like look at first. Hey. Who's that? So that's currently at 23.5. I wouldn't mind it. Can you come here? There you go. Good job, girl. So currently at that point, at about 6 inches above my knee, it's at 23 and a half. I would love for that to be at 24. I feel like my quads are already like a decent size, but I would love them to be the size of like Christmas hams. But speaking of ham, my hamstrings definitely need to be bigger. They need to be brought up. I have been working on them more recently. Biceps, I kind of don't really care, to be honest. Like, they're a decent size, like not from, there's no definition on the inside, but like from the outside, they're like a decent size. If they were 13, I think that would be cool. That was a goal I had when I like first started getting into lifting and I was like bodybuilding. That was my goal, to get to 13-inch biceps, so that would be neat. So I think like actually documenting this and posting updates, I think it'll really help me really like optimize this bulk I'm in, because I am definitely eating in a surplus, but I feel like I haven't really put on the muscle to like really show for it. So that I feel like is a perfect segment to get into my training. Now in the footage, I don't think you'll see like really any PRs. There might be a few bench PRs, especially on the different variations. I do close grip once a week, and I do touch and go once a week, and I do paused once a week. So there may be some PRs there, but squat I think has been just kind of slowly getting back to where it was when I was starting to experience a lot of pain on a weekly and then a daily basis in my hip. So I think that that's actually been getting back to where it was since I've been seeing the chiropractor. You are not going to see, I don't think, any deadlift updates, and that's because I've been doing trap bar deadlifts, and for my variation squat day, I've been doing plat squats, basically when you have your feet very close together and you have them on an elevated surface. I only use a 10-pound bumper plate because I already have about an inch elevation from my shoes, so I just need a little bit extra. I've been really loving having the plat squats and the trap bar deadlifts as variations, mostly just because I don't lift as much with these variations, so the setup and the cleanup is like so much quicker, and it takes me so much less time to warm up because I'm just not dealing with as much weight. And I know that sounds like so lazy, but I actually kind of look forward to these sessions more, knowing that there's like not as much pressure to hit a certain number, and knowing that these movements are helping me get better while also hitting several goals, you know, taking pressure off my low back, helping me build up my quads, helping me build up my weak points. There was a time when 225 for a 5x5 on trap bar was like a good workout for me. And I've deadlifted sumo 365 pounds. Like a normal 5x5 in the sumo is in the 300s. I figured the starting positions were similar enough, you know, with having kind of my chest up and my torso being pretty upright. And there had to be a reason why my trap bar deadlift was so weak, and most people normally are stronger with the trap bar deadlift. Also, I have this hunch that the reason why my spine got so out of line is from years and years and years pulling mixed grip on deadlifts and never using straps and never switching. So I feel like that'll be really good while I'm still getting adjustments and getting my back work done, and it'll help kind of even out my grip and the musculature in my upper back. And then finally, I'll post up a good picture that actually shows what I kind of talked about in a previous video, with my grip being very uneven and one of my shoulders being kind of like cocked forward and my wrist being kind of flared out and back. I kind of discussed that in a previous video, and I'll show a picture that kind of really shows it. That's been getting, as of very recently, that's been getting better, and that just really helps me stay tight in my upper back, keeps the bar even, and it just keeps the whole system moving more efficiently. So yeah, as of right now, Mondays, I am squatting competition style, benching touch and go, and I'm trying to reincorporate sumo. I'm trying to do some paused sumo on Mondays. I just want to make sure my technique stays very fresh on the sumo for when I do switch back. If I can just maintain my deadlift or increase it a little bit while keeping everything healthy and working up the trap bar deadlift, I think that would be awesome. So bench, you might see a couple PRs in there. I'm doing bench, like I said, 3 times a week. So Monday I do touch and go. Tuesday I'm off completely. That's my day. I like to catch up on stuff I didn't get done over the weekend. So Wednesday's close grip, and that's just because my regular bench grip is so wide that it really is beneficial for me to have one day where my arms just have to move just a little bit longer of a distance. Plus the lockout is the weakest part of my bench. So I will do close grip and triceps. And then Friday or Saturday, just depending on my work week, I will do paused bench, so benching 3 days a week, and then my primary squat day Monday, and then my secondary squat day is Thursday, and I'll do that with the trap bar deadlift, and then I'll do legs that day. My legs are a decent size, and I do only have one devoted accessory day for my legs, just because they do get a lot of work with the 2 squat days and the deadlift day. And just trying to keep a lot of strain off of my hips while incorporating exercises that help with hip stability, as well as just putting on muscle and strength on my quads and hamstrings. And then I just sprinkle back in there pretty much whenever I can. In terms of how I'm feeling really good. As of a few months ago, feels 100% better. It doesn't bother me at all now. So now we're just working on getting my spine completely back into alignment, and we're working on what I think is a scapular issue. It's either a weakness and or a tightness issue, and I think that's what's really like jamming me up in the squat. So anyone who's dealing with any nagging aches and pains, I totally recommend going to a PT or a chiro, and mostly having x-rays looked at. I feel like that can give you like such a great picture of what maybe is or isn't wrong. Because like if your spine or your hips are out of alignment, there's only like so many bird dogs and couch stretches you can do until you like reach a point where you're not getting better. I will probably compete either in the summer or the fall of next year. And hopefully I have a meet prep that I can document for y'all very soon. But for now, I think documenting this little mini bulk series, whatever, will be really fun. And I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, I'm done.